The Minecraft movie is nearly out and Mattel have released some brand new 3-inch and I think 20-inch action figures for the movie, and I bought them all. First off, I would like to look at Steve.
I
am Steve. Flint and steel.
Chicken Jockey.
An ender pearl.
Chicken Jockey. I
an ender pearl. I'm Steve.
Chicken Jockey.
Flint and steel.
Anyway, as you can see, this is the best figure so far to come out this year. They captured his likeness perfectly and has texture going throughout all the clothes. On the back you have Mojang, some licensing stuff to, I don't know, so they don't get sued or something. He has a little V shape on his neck, and they did actually add some white paint to his beard, which I thought was cool. And his hair overall is just incredibly textured. Anyone could just tell this is Jack Black from looking at him. Here's what the box looks like. I like the window so you can see if your figure's all messed up or there's a paint splodge on it when you're about to buy it. You got the logo, name of the figure, what the accessories it includes, and on the back you see the rest of the wave. Click and collected this figure in case it went out of stock, so it was a bit of a jump scare when my name was on the back. Now here we have the Creeper, and I thought it was a weird design choice to make him covered in fur, because you probably wouldn't guess that he was covered in fur when you're playing the game. They painted his mouth and eyes black, and his toenails, which he has for some reason, a darker green. So overall it's just 3 different colours. Box is basically the same as Steve's, except it says Creeper on the back, and my name wasn't on the back of this one because I just bought it from Smith's, so I didn't click and collect it. Skeleton was the last one I bought, but I'm going to review it now. I didn't open him, I was saving it for the video. And I have to say, he is definitely the least impressive out of the wave in terms of articulation and just how sort of plain and boring he looks. You could definitely tell this is a skeleton, but I just have too many problems with it. Again, box is basically the same, just with skeleton on it, and I was too jump scared with my name on the back of this one because I forgot that I had to click and collect it, because for some reason I went there and he wasn't there, but they must have had one in the back or something, so I had to order it. When I was there, I had a bit of money left, so I bought the 2-pack. This is Steve, or Jack Black, in his diamond armor, with a wolf that is, I thought was different, or I thought was the same as the one from the just normal wave. So I actually had in my hand the original wolf that comes with like the little cube, and I pointed it out to my dad. I think these are the exact same, so I put it back, but then afterwards I realised that they weren't. I don't know why I'm telling you this, I'm just explaining the reason why I'm not reviewing it. Anyway, he has this angry head, which is different from the one from the normal wave. Yeah, his fur, which does make sense on this figure, unlike the Creeper, is actually very well textured and detailed, which is, I didn't expect it to be. Steve is surprisingly better than I thought I'd be. It does reuse some parts like the legs and maybe the arms from the first figure. The head isn't reused. They had to change the hair a little bit to allow the helmet to go on. I don't think it would fit on normal Steve, however I haven't tried, so I don't know. Then they did add a double ball joint, like a stick with 2 ball joints on the end of it to allow you to move the shoulders, which are cool if you want to move his arm up or just in any other positions that you wouldn't be able to if he was just there. On the back you have Mojang, Mattel, some more licensing stuff. He has peg holes on the bottom, and I think all the other ones do as well. Steve's accessories consist of an iron sword, a piece of meat and a bag. The iron sword is painted silver, but the handle is a dark grey and brown. He also has a piece of meat, which is a piece of meat, and he also has a bag that you can put stuff in. I put the flint and steel in it because I can't be bothered to have it anywhere else. The Creeper has a flint and steel, but the flint and steel is like 2 separate pieces, so I guess it counts as 2 different accessories. And also he has a diamond, which I thought was an egg for a good part of my time with the Creeper. The skeleton, of course, has a bow and arrow. However, mine looks a bit warped because that's what happens when you put the arrow inside of the bow. And he doesn't even have enough articulation to properly hold it, so there's no point in having it really. He also has a bone as well, which is, there might be some different colours of white, I don't know, it's just a white piece of plastic. And the 2-pack, Steve has a diamond sword that looks translucent, and the diamond helmet, which of course goes on to the Steve figure. The wolf has a collar, which is the same as the normal one. However, I do wish they gave this wolf the little cube that the other one comes with, otherwise I probably won't buy the other one, which is why they probably gave the cube to the other one, now I'm thinking about it. And yeah, the collar's moulded in the same shape of his neck. Steve, I believe for the head, has a double ball joint, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. He has a hinge and rotation at the arm and at the elbow as well. Swivel at the elbow, sorry, nothing at the wrist, which is kind of disappointing. No waist swivel, which maybe they could have done, I don't know. He has I think it's a hinge at the leg, I don't know, but he has a sort of hinge at the knee. I don't really know what these joints are, they're sort of like ball joints, I don't know. The creeper's head can move left and right, but the thing is you can actually pull it upwards, and it has more head range than a Marvel Legends, which is crazy. It kind of looks like there's a cut at the waist, but that's just when the plastic is molded, so no, he doesn't have a waist swivel. His legs can move outwards, up and down, and then he has a hinge at what I assume to be a knee. The skeleton is the least disappointing. You might be able to push the head up on that one too. Actually, wait, let me just check. No, you can't. He could have at least had a hinge at the knee or the elbow, but he has these weird goofy joints that they have to use because of the mold or something, I don't know. The dog has a hinge at the tail, and he has a rotation at the head. Nothing at the mouth. His legs can move outwards and forward and back, so nothing crazy for the dog, not that he needs it. Hey, this is a clip a few days after I filmed that video, and I just want to say I found out from a video that you can move his head outwards just like the creeper to allow for some more head pivoting and movement. Just wanted to say that. Here's the last figure in the wave, the diamond armored Steve. I think the head is still on the same double ball joint, however his head does go down a bit more, which prevents it from moving, not to mention the armor. His arm's the same, again he has that thing at the shoulder on the armor which lets him move. His leg can go that far up. He has a bend at the knee, and he has no ankle rotation, but they did bend the ankle so he could just stand up properly, something that the other Steve probably needs to. Like to do some size comparisons considering these figures are on the 3-inch scale. Here they are next to the classic Mattel Sonic figure. Here they are next to the Sonic 3 light up Sonic. Here they are next to Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons. Here they are next to the Marvel Legends Spider-Ham from the 2020 wave. Here they are next to the Secret Wars Wolverine, my next review. Here they are next to Peely from Fortnite, I don't know who he's made by. Here they are next to the 3-inch Amazing Spider-Man figure. Overall, pretty good wave, and not really a terrible price either. However, I do think some of these are going to get reduced because, well, I don't think half of these figures are interesting enough to charge £10 for. That's it. See ya.